Afternoon, everyone. Can you all hear me? Please respond if you guys can hear me. Yes. Okay, great. So let's start this session here. We'll be solving XAT 2019 this year paper. It was conducted in the month of January this year. All right. So in all, there are 27 questions, and most of the time in XAT, QA and DI is a one combined section. But most of the questions will be based on the QA. Like in this paper also, only 6 questions are from the data interpretation, and just 21 questions I can say from the QA. All right. Again, it's not necessary that you should try to solve each and every question. The time limit will be 1 hour. Your target should be to maximize your score. All right. You should think that you are actually writing the actual XAT, and your target should be to maximize your score. So go through all the questions, pick up all the easy questions or the familiar questions, and then try to solve this type of the questions here. So the total time limit is going to be 1 hour, and you all can start now. Okay, we can see there are 27 questions on this slide. Okay. So please start, all of you. I hope that you all can access it, and then after 1 hour we'll start with the discussion here. So please start. Okay, time up. Can you all hear me? Please respond if you guys can hear me. Everyone? All right. So tell me now, how was the paper? Easy, tough, medium? How do you rate this paper? 2019, medium. Yes, that's right. So this paper was not a very tough paper. This was a medium difficulty level paper. So I'll say over the years, the XAT 2019, the paper is not a very difficult if I compare with the 2018 or 17 year. Okay, and I can easily say that there is not a single question in the entire quant which you have not done in the class. If you have attended the classes regularly or boost camp and workshops, there is not a single question which involve some concept which is completely new for you. Okay, we have done almost all the questions on a similar lines in the class itself. All right. So because what happens in that, on several occasions I've seen they out a question which is completely out of the box, something new, even for me also, even for a lot of people also. Okay, but that was not the case in the 2019 year. All right. So let's start with the discussion here. So the first question, and we can see. So can anyone tell me what is the answer of the first question? Anyone who can tell me? A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Let's start with the discussion of all the questions here. So all those who have attempted it, please tell me what is the answer of the question number 1. Now this was an easy one. Okay, Arvind is saying option B. What about the others? Okay, the correct answer is actually option A. All right, that is E. And this is again a very simple question. I'll say, just see it here, why I'm saying that this is a simple one. There are several reasons why I'm saying that is simple one. Now it says A, B, C, D, and E are 5 employees working in the company. In 2 successive years, each of them got hike in salary as follows here. Now, like a P% and something like this one here. And we have discussed so many times, if the result is true, it must be true for any values of P. So don't you think it's very easy that I should assume certain values of P and do it quickly? Please tell me yes or no. Because it says if all of them have the same salary at the end of the 2 years. So at the end of the 2 years, all of them has got the, so who got the least hike in its salary? That is the question. Who got the least hike in, who got the minimum hike here? Now, so if you observe here, if the result is true, it must be true for any values. What values I should select for the P such that we can find out the answers quickly? Tell me. Can I say P is equal to, okay, it's better if I take P is equal to 4, isn't it? 4 minus 4 is 0, all of them will be positive. So if I take, for example, no matter what I have done when I was writing this exam, so I have take P is equal to 4, or you can take any thing, it doesn't matter. So the A is nothing but that is 4 and 5%, yes or no? For B, it is nothing but that is 4 plus 2, 6, and 4 minus 1. What is 4? That is 6 and 3. For C, it is 4 plus 3, 7, 4 minus 2, it is 2. And then for D, it is 4 plus 4, 8. And then I can say 4 minus 3, it is equal to 1. and then that is 9 and 0%. And it is 2 successive years. So I can use the formula of the successive. What is the formula of the successive? It is simply x plus y plus xy by 100%, isn't it? Okay. So if I say here, okay. So if I say here that is 4 plus 5. If you add all of them, 4 plus 5 plus 4 into 5 by 100. 4 into 5 is how much? That is 20. So 20 by 100, I need to add 0.2. So similarly, 6 plus 3 is 9 plus 0.6 into 3 is 18. So 0.18. 7 plus 2 is 9 and 7 into 2 is equal to 0.14 here. 8 plus 1 is 9 and then in that case I can say 8 into 1 is that 8. So 0.08. XY by 100 and then 9 plus 0 plus 0 here. So you can observe, quickly you can observe, so here there is a growth of simply 9% here. Here it is 9.08, here it is 9.14, here it is 9.18% and then 9.2%. It's not necessary you need to add. The moment I observe here, but it says the final salary is what? That is same. So each one of them has got final salary. So the question is who got the least hike in his salary? Now can you guys tell me? Of course it has to be option A, which is E. That is minimum change in the salary is nothing but that is going to be the 9%. Yes or no? When it comes to be in terms of percentages, it is 9% here. So if it is 9%, rest all of them is more than 9%. So in terms of percentage, it is also so, and we know that the final value is same. So initial value, we do not know. Okay, we all know. What is that? Final value is equal to initial value into multiplying factor. Okay, that is multiplying factor. And for all of them, the final value is same here. Okay, for all of them, the final value is same. And in this case, the multiplying factor is the least here. Isn't it? That is 9% in this case of E. So initial value, it is going to be the highest one. Okay. And despite that, it is same. So the minimum change will be for E. So I do not need to do anything extra here. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. So can we move to the next question? So this doesn't involve any hi-fi concept. It's based on simple successive percentage change. Okay. But again, at the same time, not a very easy one. Had the question is if the initial value was same, then final value, that was easy. But it says final value is same, initial value, I need to find out a minimum change here. Anyway, let's move ahead, all of you. Question number 2, again a very easy. Answer had to either A or E. Yes, that's right, Arvind. That you can easily guess. That answer had to either A or E. Now you need to think logically, what can be the answer? Okay, B, C, D is not possible. Perfect. Okay, question number 2. Again, question number 2, it is an easy one. Can anyone tell me what is the answer for question number 2? It is option A1, that is 14,000. So, form says it's 5 plus 15,000. So, I can say 15,000, that is 15K into 5. Plus 40, and 3 assistant 40,000. So, 40K, each one of them is getting 40K. And there are 3. And it's accounted. So, there is one accountant who is getting 66K means 66,000. So, divided by 5 plus 3 plus 1, there are 9 persons. So, you can find out what is its average. So, can anyone tell me what is the average of this? What is the average salary of this is coming out to be? Most of you have done this. So, that is 29,000. That's right. So, it is equal to 29,000, 29K. I can say all that is 29,000. And median. So, which is the middlemost value? As you can see, total number of persons are 9. Okay, 5 plus 3, 9 persons. So, the middle term is 5th term. So, the median, this the median, it is nothing but the middlemost term. It is equal to 15,000. Okay, this is my mean, which is basically the average. So, the difference between these two is definitely, we can say 14,000. So, the correct answer for this question is, of course, option 1, 14,000. So, this was easy. Any doubt? So, this was straight away easy. Not a difficult one. Question number 3, a very, very easy question, in fact. What is the answer? Can anyone tell me? The correct answer for this question? Option 5, which is 50%. So, this is again not a very difficult question. A and B are inversely proportional. So, A is inversely proportional to B. Alright. So, we can say that A into B, it is nothing but that is some constant term. And if it increases by 100%, so it means it has become 2A. So, the value, remember the constant term is always be a constant. So, the B should become how much? B by 2. Then only my constant term, it will remain same. A into B. So of course B has become B by 2, so there is a decline of 50%. So the answer is 50%. So very easy one. Can I move to the next question? So out of the first three, we all can say that question number 2 and 3 was easy. 1, a medium. 4th, very easy. What is the answer for question number 4? Please tell me, all of you. So the correct answer for question number 4 is option E, that side. Okay. Now how I have done it, I'll tell you quickly. We know cube root. If I need a cube root, so the power has to be a multiple of 3. And power is a multiple of 3. So 7 raised to power A. 35. 35 is 7 into 5. So 7 raised to power B plus 1 into 5 raised to power B plus 1. And so on. 20. That is 5 raised to power C plus 2. And 20 is 4. 4 raised to power C plus 2. Something like that. So when I combine the power of 7, it is coming out to be 7 raised to power A plus B plus 1. And the power has to be a multiple of 3. So you can use just option. A plus B plus 1 has to be a multiple of 3. So how I have done instead of solving and everything. 2 plus 1. A plus B is 3. 3 plus 1, 4. Not possible. Options. Use the options effectively. Okay. Then I can say second option. Similarly, if I go for the second option, all of you just look at here. 1 plus 2, 3. 3 plus 1, 4. Not possible. A, 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 plus 1, 4, not possible. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 plus 1 is 5, not possible. So the only possibility is A plus B is 3 plus 2, 5, and 5 plus 1 is 6. The power of each of the prime factor, it must be a multiple of 3. So that I am getting only in the option number 5. So the answer is option number 5. No, Arvind, I'm finding here the cube root of this, isn't it? So the cube root, and it has to be an integer only if this number is a multiple of 3, isn't it? Which in turn, you are also right that this should be divisible by 3. Any number divisible by 3, so it means it has to be a multiple of 3. Both the things are same, Arvind. Is that clear? No, it's not necessary A should be a multiple of 3. No, that's not the case. Total power. It's not necessary that A has to be individually a multiple of 3. No, that is wrong. You might get a wrong answer in that case. Okay. So total, if I need to combine all the prime factor like this. And the power of 7 has to be multiple of 3. Power of 5 has to be multiple of 3. 4 you can also factorize. Power of 2 has to be. So this also I'll rate it as a easy. So from the first question somewhat moderate, and 2, 3, 4 was very easy. Now 5th, and we have done question number like 4th in the class, isn't it? 3rd also in the class, similar question. If 1 increases, then there is a decrease. Now 5th, what about the answer of question number 5th? Can anyone tell me? This is also the question which you have done in the class, similar kind of the questions. Okay, the correct answer for this question is of course option number 3. It's a gold ingot in the shape of a cylinder. So there is a shape of a cylinder. All right. So I can quickly draw a cylinder. Okay. So let's say there is a cylinder like this. Okay. So I'm just going to draw the cylinder. Okay, so this is a cylinder. It is melted and the resulting molten metal molded into a few conical ingots. So after that a cone is formed. Okay, so if a cone is formed, you can form a cone. If the height of each cone is half the height of the original cylinder, so height of each of the cone is just nothing but that is the height of half the height of the cylinder here. So that data is also given to us. So we can say that. Okay. So let's say this represents the height h here. So this total height, it will be equal to 2h. All right. So just give me a second. Yes. So if the height of each cone, so height of each cone in this case height is h, in this case height is 2h. Okay. And the area of the circular base of each cone is 1/5 that of the circular base of the cylinder. So if I say its area, circular base, it is equal to pi r square. Okay, so here the area is each of the cylinder is pi r square by 5. Then how many conical? Now, whenever you melt something, the volume, overall volume will remain same. And what is the volume? Volume is always equal to nothing but that is equal to base area into height, isn't it? So volume of cylinder, I'm writing volume of cylinder. So volume of cylinder, it is equal to nothing but that is base area pi r square into total height 2h. And what is the volume of the cone? So volume of the cone is equal to base area, which is pi r square by 5 into height, which is equal to h here. And the question is, how many conical ingots can be made here? Okay, how many conical ingots can be made? If the height of each cone is half the height and the area of the circular base of each one is this one. Okay, so okay, volume of cone is 1 by 3 into base area into height. This is volume of a cylinder, and the volume of cone I can write down that is equal to 1 by 3 into base area into height. Okay, this is for cylinder. Let me write down also quickly. So now divide these two and you can find out. So if you divide these two, the answer will comes out to be 30, and this is the answer. So any doubt? So now tell me, was it a difficult question? No. Silpa, Arvind, and this one, no. So you can also rate this as a D. This is not something which is new. Most of you have done such type of the question. A lot of questions in the class. Okay. Question number 6. Now this question is nothing but it's a wrong question. So in the XAT also it was wrong. So the marks of this question was not counted. Now deliberately I have put this question despite knowing the fact that it is wrong, so that I can check. Are you okay? The moment if you observe if any question is wrong, do not spend too much of time on that question. Okay, do not spend too much of time on thinking okay why it is wrong, or no. If it is wrong, just move to the next question. So this question is completely wrong here. Okay, the data given was wrong and everything. So can I move to the next question? So you can neglect this question was not counted for a score in the XAT. 7th. Okay. Now tell me, what is the answer for question number 7th? Anyone? 4th. Okay, that's right. So this question again based on arithmetic, an article is marked X price above the cost price. So there is a cost price. Okay, on it X% is marked, and then I'll get a marked price. Then further I'll give a discount, okay, of 2 by 3x %. Okay, so discount, and then I'll get a selling price. And if the profit, overall profit, it is nothing but that is going to be equal to 4%. So we can do it by several. It is nothing but 2 successive percentage change. Yes or no? So x plus 2 by 3x, a plus b plus ab by 100. So x into 2 by 3 times x upon 100. And that is equal to given as 4% here. Okay. So just solve this quadratic, and it is given that the value of x is between 25 to 50. So definitely you'll get, after solving this, you'll get 2 different values of x, but only one of them is lying between these two. So you can get the answers easily here. So any doubts to anyone now in this question, please tell me. So this was also not a very difficult question here. So on solving this, it's a simple quadratic equations you'll get. All right. So a plus b, okay, sorry, you need to remember one thing, there is a discount. So discount has to be negative. So I need to put negative sign here. Okay. So just put a negative sign there. So x minus 2 by 3x minus this. A minus b minus ab by 100, it is equal to 4. On solving this, you can find out that x is equal to 30. As x is lying between 25 and 50. So x is equal to 30. So the on 50% of x is nothing but that is 15. So the correct answer is option number D. So now tell me, was it a difficult question? All of you. Was it something new for you? No. You all have done such type of the question in the class. 2 successive percentages. Okay. Coming to question number 8. Now tell me, what is the answer for question number 8? Anyone? Aditya is saying 50. Okay, we'll see that. Now, this is again, first of all, tell me one thing. Is this question new for you? Is it a new question? Is it something? No. We have done at least 6 questions in the class in simple interest and compound interest. And I had also in the assignment also, that is exercise just after that, there was around 8 to 10 questions which are like this exercise. So this was not a new question, but yes, we also know the moment when I was solving the paper in the month of January, when I was writing this ad. So the moment I saw this, I decided to leave this question because I know I can do that, but I also know at something that it is going to be lengthy and time consuming. Yes, Ansita, that's right. But it is not a new question. Maybe you can. Yeah. So it says a computer is sold either for 19,200 or for rupees 4,800 cash. So what is the principal amount? The principal amount is 19,200 minus 4,800. And we have done this question by 2 to 3 different methods in the class. So can anyone tell me what is this difference? 19,200 minus that side, Silpa, 14,400. So the principal amount is 14,400 and monthly 5 EMIs. And we have discussed in the class that whenever there is a monthly installment, rate of interest, is it going to be SI or CI? Tell me. For a monthly installment, for annual installment, I told you in the class it is CI. And for monthly, it has to be, no, for annual it is CI, Aditya. For monthly, it is always SI. That is what we have discussed in the class. Okay, check back again. If you have, okay, and you know what, in like there is a one question here in the XAT also there was one question based on the installment plan on the same year in CAT 2018, and then 1 month after that it was here. So rate of interest is nothing but it is going to be simple interest, which is 12% per annum. Okay, and like I told you, we have discussed by several approaches. So I'll say, let's say each month my EMI is X rupees, X rupees, X rupees, X and X. So I have paid 5 EMIs. Of each of the EMI is rupees X. Okay, IFT also this year, great. Okay, so 5 EMIs of XX rupees. And I have discussed, like I told you, several methods here. So I'm going to discuss the easiest method which you have done in the class. If I do not pay, if I do not pay the entire, if I do not pay in the installment, if I pay entire money after 5 months, okay. If I pay entire money after 5 months, how much I need to pay? Can I say that is interest? The total interest I need to pay is equal to 14,400. Okay, P into rate of interest, that is 12, into time period, that is 5 by 12 divided by 100. Okay, so what is the total interest paid by me? That is comes out to be 144. That is that side, Silpa. That is 720. Okay, so the total amount, it is nothing but I'll pay 14,400 plus 720, isn't it? The total amount paid by me. If I do not pay in the EMIs, then I need to pay this much amount, and 14,400 plus this, that will be comes out to be 15,120. So if I do not pay, this is the case if no EMI. If there is no EMI, then this is the case. Now, second case, since I'm paying the installment, X rupees I paid the first installment. Okay, so can you guys tell me how much I saved here? For how many months? If I do not pay X rupees after 1 month, then I need to pay the interest for the another 4 months. Yes or no? Because I paid rupees X after the first month, so I'm not going to pay the interest on this rupees X. So it means I need to pay interest only on the remaining amount. So how much I have saved? That in amount which I have saved, that is nothing but X at the rate of the interest which I have saved, that is X at the rate of how much? Rate of interest is nothing but, okay, I can say X principal into rate of interest is 12 for 4 months, because after the first month I paid X. So for 4 months it will be comes out to be 4 by 12 and then divided by 100. So divide by 100. Okay, so the total amount is nothing but this plus this. So this value, it will be comes out to be equal to how much? Can anyone tell me? 1.04x, yes or no? Is that part clear to all of you? Silpa, Ansita and everyone. Similarly, for the second month I paid rupees X. Okay, So it means I am saving an interest for the next 3 months. Yes or no? I am saving an interest for the next 3 months because second month I paid rupees X. So I do not need to pay this interest here. So what is my saving here? My saving will be nothing but X plus 12 by 100 into 3 by 12 for the next 3 months. So that will be equal to 1.03x. And now you know that pattern. For compound interest, it will be basically power 4 or power 3, power 2, which we had done in the class. So for SI, we have done like this one. So plus X into 12 into 2 by 12 divided by 100. So that is equal to 1.02x. So next I'll get 1.01x, and this is equal to simply x. So here, if I do not pay entire money after 5 months, I need to pay 15120. The total amount here paid, actual amount paid by me is 5x, and I saved this much amount. How much amount I have saved? I'm just going to highlight. I saved this much, not this much. This much. Okay, all this value I have saved. Okay, now this particular values I have saved. These are my savings. And if I add all of them, so this 15120, it is equal to 1.04x plus 1.03x plus 1.02x plus 1.01x plus x. Solve this, you'll get the value of x, which I think it will be comes out to be approximately 2965, and that is the answer. So the correct answer for this question is option number 2. So any doubts to anyone now in this question? No. Okay. So again, this is a question we have done at least 10 to 15 questions in the class itself. Annual installment, we take compound interest. So in that case, we'll get something like 1 point something raised to power 4 plus power 3, power 2, power 1, like that. So can I move to the next question now? All of you? Okay. 10th, yeah. 9. So I'll say the last question, I'll not say a very easy. Okay, for me it was very easy. Easy in the sense understanding. The moment I saw this question, I know, okay, what is the method I can follow. But at the back of the mind, it was also there, okay, that it is going to be calculation. So let's keep it for the last. If there is a time, then I'll solve it. So that you should also do. If you know there is some question which is familiar to you, and you also know that it is going to be time consuming, so mark that question for the review, that if there is no options left out, then you will try to solve such type of the question. Okay, 9th. What is the answer for question number 9? Can anyone tell me? Option 4. Now, again, 9th is a question which I don't think is a new question for most of you, as we have done similar kind of the question in the class. Okay, and I'll also tell you where we had done this one. When opening his fruit shop for a day, a shopkeeper found his stock of apples could be perfectly arranged in a complete triangular array. That is, every row with one apple more than row immediately above, going all the way up, ending with the one single apple at the top. So there is a one apple at the top, yes or no, like this. Then there are 2 apples in the second row, isn't it? Then there are 3 apples at the third row, and then there are 4 apples at the fourth row, and so on. Is that clear to all of you? This is what is happening here. Okay. So what is the total number of apples? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what is the total number of apples? So can you say the number of apples? Okay. So number of apples, it is going to be equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on, which is equal to nothing, sum of first. If there are n rows, the total number of apple is n into n plus 1 by 2. And it is also given, the last line, if you look at here, when one customer walked in the middle of the day, she found an incomplete array in display having 126 apples totally. How many rows of apples, complete and incomplete, when the total, I need to find out the values of n, were seen by this customer? Assume that the initial stock did not last 150. And I saw 126 apples, and I also know that there is not more than here. So which basically means the number of apples, it is lying in the range 120 to 126 to 150. So this value, it is lying in the range 126 to 150, isn't it? Did not exceed, so it can be equal to, and this one. Okay, so the total number of apples is lying in this particular range. So can you guys tell me what can be the possible values of n? We have discussed that also, ki approximately n square root you can take here, or it's a small number. If I take n is equal to 15, whether n equal to 15 will satisfy this equation, please tell me. Yes or no? No, because 15 into 16, 15 into 8, 15 into 8 is 180. Okay, just when one customer walks in the incomplete array in display having 126 apples. Okay, how many rows of apples? That is, okay, remember I need to find out n as nothing but the number of rows. Okay, so what can be the values of n which can satisfy these conditions? Achha, just remember one more thing. This is the value of n into n plus 1 by 2, which is like this. But the question here is, what are the values of n? Can 15 is it satisfying? Put 15 into 16 by 2, 15 into 8. What is 15 into 8? No, I cannot say 16 will satisfy 120. Na? So n equal to 16. I think 16, and I also told you, if you remember in the class, that n into n plus 1 by 1, it will be approximately less than equal to 150 into 2, that is 300. Yes or no? And I told you that in that case, most of the time the answer is approximately square root, because this is n square plus n, which is less than equal to 300. So approximate square root of 300, you can say 15 square 225, 16 square 256, 17 289, 80. No. So possible values of n is 16 and 17. And I think if you check here, n equal to 16 will satisfy, isn't it? That is 16 into, okay, 16 into 17 by 2. Yes or no? So what is the value of 16 into 17 by 2? That is 17 into 8. Can anyone tell me what is 17 into 8? 136, yes. So that is 136. And 136, it is lying in the range 126 to 150. So answer will be always lying nearer to this approximately square root of this. So 16. Okay, and there is no other values. If I take increase n equal to 17, it will cross n equal to 15, as you have already told you, that is, we are getting at n equal to 15, we are getting 120, which is not lying in the range. So which means the total number of rows was nothing, n is equal to 16. Okay, but the question doesn't end here. This is the total number of rows initially, and it says total number of rows is 16, and initially the number of apples, there were 136 apples. Okay, but what is the question? When one customer walked in the middle of the day, she found an incomplete array of 126 apples. So that person can see only 126 apples here. So 10 apples less. So if I remove 1 apple from the first row, second 2 apples, then 3 apples, and then 4 apples, and 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, that is equal to 10. So now can he say the customer can see these 12 rows? Okay, because from the first 4 rows, all the apples were removed. Yes or no? Because the customer is seeing only 126 apples. It means the first, by the time this customer reaches there, 10 apples has been already sold out, and 10 apples has been sold out. So 10 apples means from the first 4 rows is completely sold out. Because the question says how many rows of apples complete and incomplete were seen by this customer. The question is not what is the total number of rows initially. How many rows this customer can see. The customer can see only 12 rows. In fact, if there was someone who is a very smart question paper setter, one of the option should be 16 also, because a lot of people will mark answer as option 16. They will find out, okay, the total number of rows is 16, so they will mark 16 and they will move to next question. But no. So the correct answer for this question is option number 4, 12 rows. Total number of rows was 16. First 4 rows were sold out, so 12 rows was seen by the customer. So is that clear? Arvind, Ansita, Mridula, and everyone. So I'll say this question as probably medium to difficult, but yes, if you ask me, is this question is something which is completely new type of the question? No, we have done such type of the question in the class. Okay, so not a new question, but yes, difficult. Can I move to the next question? Question number 10. All right. What is the answer for question number 10? Please tell me, all of you. So this is based on coordinate geometry. The correct answer for this question is option A, 3026. Okay. Again, I'll say medium to difficult because most of the people, they actually do not do coordinate geometry here, but we have done such type of the question in the class. So it says P is the point of intersection of two lines. So there is a one line 3x plus 4y is equal to 2a, and 7x plus 2y it is equal to 2018. So P is a point of intersection of these two lines. So by solving this, we can find out the point P. So anyone who has done this question and can tell me, if I solve these 2 points, I'll get a point P. So what is point P? It will get the values in terms of A. Remember, you'll get the values in terms of A. So can anyone tell me what are the values? Or just solve this equation and right now and tell me what is the value of x coordinate and y coordinate. So you can find out the point P. Anyone who can tell me what is the coordinates of point P? Solve it quickly and tell me. Okay. All right. And it also says Q is the point of intersection of lines 3x plus 4y. It is equal to 2018. Okay. And the other one line is nothing but 5x plus 3y. It is equal to 1. And the point of intersection of these two, it is nothing but Q. So can you guys tell me, now this is easy to solve, isn't it? So you can easily find out the point of intersection of these two. What are the coordinates of Q? If you solve this, I'm writing the values directly. I'll get point Q as 550 minus 550 and then 917. Okay, that is nothing but 917. The coordinates of P is nothing but that will be comes out to be how much? You can, if you solve this, you'll get this as 4036 minus 2a by 11 in terms of A, and the y coordinate will be 7a minus 3027 by 11 by solving this. So I'm sure that you all can solve this and find out. And it is given that the P and Q has a slope of 2. And what is the formula of the slope? Slope is always equal to nothing, but that is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So you know the coordinates. So just apply all those things and you can find out here. Okay. So I can say this is equal to 917 minus of 7a minus 3027 upon 11 upon x coordinate is minus 550, and then I can say 4036 minus 2a by 11 is equal to 2. Solve this, you'll get the value of a is equal to 3026. So concept wise, not a difficult concept, but yes, there is a calculation. So the answer is option number 3. Any doubts to anyone? Please tell me. Silpa, Ansita, Aditya, Mridula, clear? So this is not something new concept. Most of you will know this formula of the slope and also find out the point of intersection. But yes, time consuming. So I'll prefer not to attempt in the first round. Okay. So should I move to the next question if this is clear? Okay. Question number 11. Another question based on the coordinate geometry. So anyone who has done this? Please tell me. No one. So again, I'll say medium to difficult, but again, this is not something which is difficult one. It says, let C be a circle of radius root 20 and let L1, L2 be the lines. So one thing, if you observe this, there is a one line 2x minus y minus 1 equal to 0. And the other line is x plus 2y minus 18, which is equal to 0. Can I say these are two perpendicular lines? Yes or no? If you observe this, because we know that if the equation of one of the line is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, then the equation of line which is perpendicular to this line, it is equal to always bx minus ay plus k equal to 0. So if you observe it quickly, you can see that is 2x minus y and the coefficient that is x plus 2y. So these two lines are basically nothing but they are perpendicular to each other. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. Okay. So I can draw one circle. Okay. And it says L1 passes through the center of the C2 and the L2 is tangent to C. Okay. So one of the line is nothing but that is passing through the center of the circle. So I can draw one line which is passing through the center of the circle like this. And then another line is nothing but it is tangent. So I can say like this. And the name has been given L1 and L2. Okay. So let's say this is a line L1 and L2. So this is line L2. Is tangent to C at a point of intersection. Okay. If A and B is the center of C, so this point it is nothing but center of the C, A comma B. Which of the following is the possible values of AB? Now this L2 equation is x plus 2y minus 18. So I can say x plus 2y minus 18 it is equal to 0, and the equation of this line which is L1 it is 2x minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. And if A and B is the center of the C, which of the following is the possible values of this? Okay. So we know that the radius it is equal to root 20. So this is equal to radius which is equal to root 20. Okay. All right. So there are several ways to solve this question here. One of the way, can I use the distance formula? Yes or no? So by using the distance formula, take a distance from the center of the circle to line L2. Okay. So if I use the distance from the center of the circle to the line L2, so that is equal to A plus 2B minus 18 upon root of 1 square plus 2 square. And this distance it is equal to nothing but that is root 20. So I'll get one of the equation in this form, that will be equal to A plus 2B minus 18 and root 5 that will be equal to into root 20. Let me write down step by root 5, and that is equal to root 20. So 20 into 5 is 100. So I'll get A plus 2B minus 18. It is equal to square root of 100 is plus minus 10. If you remove more sign, there will be two possibilities. So the possible values of A plus 2B it is equal to 10 plus 18, that is equal to 28. Okay, and 18 minus 10, that is 8. So these are the two possible values of A plus 2B. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond. Okay. Another also, the point A and B. Okay. The point A and B, it is passing through the line L2. So it will satisfy this equation also. Okay. So you can substitute this value also, and you can find out that 2A minus B minus 1 it is equal to 0. So I'll get another equation that is equal to 2A minus B. This is A and B, it is passing through the line 2x minus y minus. Okay. So 2A minus B minus 1. So 2A minus B it is equal to 1. Isn't it? It is equal to 1. So now we can solve this equation. So first case, if I say A plus 2B, it is equal to 28. And 2A, I need to find out the possible values of A plus B. A plus 2B, it is equal to 28. And then 2A minus B, it is equal to 1. So if I solve this equation, can you guys tell me what are the values of A and B? Tell me quickly. Multiply the first equation by 2 and take a difference. Or multiply the second equation by 2 and they can do it. So can you guys tell me quickly what are the values of A and B in this first case? A plus 2B is 28 and 2A minus B is equal to 1. A equal to 6. And what about B? What about B then? If A is equal to 6, so 2 into 6. B is equal to 11. Yes. So 6. Okay. So that is here. So A is equal to this and B is equal to this one. So here it means the value of A plus B, it is equal to 17. So this is 17 is one of the possible value, and that is also given in the option. So the answer is option number 2, 17. Is that clear? There can be one more answer, but the question is talking about which of them is the possible values. If you look at here, okay, the question is talking about which of them is the possible values. So there are two possible values, out of which one of them is given in the option 17. So the correct answer is 17. Is that clear? Can I move to the next question? You can also calculate the second value, but that is not needed. Okay, I think the other values, by solving the other equation, other values will be 5 Silpan, not this one. When you solve the equation, that is A plus 2B, which is equal to 8, and 2A minus B, it is equal to 1. Yes. So after solving this, you'll get other possible values of A plus B equal to 5. So this question, I'll rate it as a difficult. Concept wise, for me, it was not a new concept. We have done such type of the question in the class here, but it's a difficult still. So can I move to the next question? Both the question of coordinate geometry are time consuming. Okay, 12. What is the answer for question number 12? Anyone who can tell me? Okay, let's see. Now again, this is based on the logarithm and everything. When you see this question, okay, minus 3, we'll see. No, the answer is option 2, minus 4. Log of this. So the first thing which is striking in my mind is that if it is an integer, numerator is perfectly divisible by the denominator. Yes or no? In the denominator, I've got 7 plus 4 root 3. So similarly, I need to break this down. So this 97 minus 56 root 3. From the denominator, I have gotten 7 square, 49. Okay, of minus 56 root 3, I can say this is equal to what? 4 root 3 into 8, how much? 2AB, na? So this is 2 into 4, it is 8 into 7. So 2 into 7 into 4 root 3, and this is 7 square plus 4 root 3 whole square minus this. So you can see this is 7 square, this is nothing but 49, plus 4 square is 16, 3 is 48, and 49 plus 48 is equal to 97. So basically this term, this 97 minus 56 root 3, it is a square of 7 minus 4 root 3 whole square. Is that part clear to all of you? Please respond yes or no. Converting them in terms of a perfect square. We have done this in the class also. So 7 minus 4 root 3 whole square. Okay. So the numerator is 7 minus 4 root. So I can say the given expression, it is basically log of 7 minus 4 root 3 whole square. Yes or no? Upon log of the denominator is 7 plus 4 root 3 raised to power 1 by 2 square root. So this will be comes out to be 2 divided by log of 7 minus 4 root 3. Okay, upon 1 by 2 if I take outside, then log of 7 plus 4 root 3. So this is equal to 4 times log of 7 minus 4 root 3 upon log of 7 plus 4 root 3. So this is the first thing which you can do. Now later how I can cancel the numerator and denominator if the term is integer. So what should I do? Can I say trying to take a conjugate? Yes or no? If I try to make a conjugate, like 7 minus 4 root 3. If I multiply it by 7 plus 4 root 3 and divide by also 7 plus 4 root 3. So it will be comes out to be 7 square is 49 and by 48. That is equal to 1 upon 7 plus 4 root 3. Okay. So it means after this step I can say this is 4 log of. Okay. Now this is 7 minus 4 root 3. So 7 minus 4 root 3 is equal to 1 upon 7 plus 4 root 3. Yes or no? So log of 1 upon 7 plus 4 root 3 divided by log of 7 plus 4 root 3. So this will be comes out to be 4 into 7 plus 4 root 3 raised to power minus 1. So it will be minus, and then I can say log of 7 plus 4 root 3 upon log of 7 plus 4 root 3. So the final answer is minus 4, and this is the answer. Is that clear? Now this expression 1 plus 7, this can be written as 7 plus 4 root 3 raised to power minus 1. So I have done it directly in the question. So I'll rate this question also as a medium to difficult. This is not something which will strike in your mind easily. Approximation, Ansita, approximation, how we can do it by approximation here? You can say that 56 root 3 is approximately 1.732, isn't it? Yes, maybe you can do that. All right. Maybe that might be possible. By taking 4 root 3 is something like that. So is that clear? Can we move to the next question now? All of you, please tell me. Okay. So this we can say medium to difficult. 13th, a very easy question based on geometry. What is the answer for question number 13? Anyone? Who can tell me? Now, it says the lines AB and CD are parallel. The value of sine of angle BAC. So if I say, let's say this angle is equal to theta and sine of angle BAD. Okay, if this angle is equal to theta, what about this angle? Can anyone tell me? Angle DCA, please tell me, all of you. Angle CAB is equal to theta. So what about this particular angle? This is theta. These two lines are parallel. So again, same, that is going to be equal to theta. Perfect. This angle is also equal to theta. Okay. Now, what about this angle? Can I say this angle, it is equal to nothing but 180 minus A? Yes or no? Because in a trapezium, we know that the sum of these two angles, it is always equal to 180 degree. So if this is angle A, this is always equal to 180 minus A. Because these two lines are parallel, so the sum of these two angles is 180 degree. So this is 180 minus A. Is that clear to all of you? Now apply sine rule in triangle ADC. So if you take the triangle ADC, okay, apply sine rule. So that is sine of 180 minus A, and opposite to sine of 180 minus A. Okay, opposite of 180 minus A, what will I get here? The side is AC is equal to sine theta, and opposite to theta, that is equal to AD. In triangle ADC, opposite to theta, sine 180 minus theta is equal to sine theta. So I'll say sine of angle A upon AC, which is equal to sine theta upon AD. And so from here I'll get sine theta upon sine of angle A. It is equal to AD upon AC. And the question is, find the value of sine of angle BAC. Okay, means that is sine theta upon angle BAD, that is A. So the answer is AD upon AC. So which option? Option number 4. So the correct answer is option number 4. So any doubts to anyone now? So this was not a difficult one. That was easy to medium, I'll say. So let's move to the next question. 14. What is the answer for 14? This in fact is easier than the previous one, 13 also. 14. Okay, let's see. And we have discussed such type of the question in the class also, and I told you, you can start from anywhere. In the picture below, EFGH and ABCD are squares. And since I need to find out the ratio of area, so you can start assuming any side. So I'll say, let's say this side is equal to 1 unit, this side is equal to 1 unit. It's a square. This angle is 90 degree. Other one is the equilateral triangle. So this side is equal to 1, this side is also 1, and this side is also 1. This angle is equal to 60 degree, and then this angle is also equal to 60 degree. So can you guys tell me what is angle B? This particular angle which I have pointed right now. Please tell me. 150. Okay. So there are several ways. By using cosine rule, you can find out the length EF. But the question is, what is the ratio of the areas of the square? Okay. So what is the ratio of the area of the square EFGH to that of ABCD? So area of the EFGH. So I say area of the EFGH. Okay. So I can say I'm writing area of EFGH. So can you say area of the EFGH is nothing but area of ABCD, square ABCD, plus 4 times area of 4 equilateral triangle? Yes or no? Equilateral triangles plus 4 times the area of the triangle EBF. Yes or no? And divided by the area of ABCD also. So that we can do it anyway. So area of the square ABCD, that is equal to 1. 4 times area of the equilateral triangle, that is equal to root 3 by 4 A square. That is again 1 square. 1 square. 4 times area of EBF. Area of EBF is always equal to half AB, that is 1 into sine theta. That is sine of 150 degree. That's it. Okay. What is sine 150? Anyone? So this value, it will be comes out to be 1 plus root 3 plus. What is sine of 150? Sine 90 plus 60. Sine 90 plus theta, it is equal to cos theta, which is cos 60. So what is that? Is 2 into cos 60. 4 into 1 by 2 is 2. What is cos 60? Please tell me. Half. Isn't it? Cos 60 is half. So if cos 60 is equal to half, I'll get this value that is equal to 1. So this is equal to 2 plus root 3. And the area of the triangle ABC, we know that is going to be equal to 1 square, which is equal to 1. ABCD. So the answer is 2 plus root 3 by 1. And this will be comes out to be 2 plus root 3. So this is the answer, which is option number 1. Is that part clear to all of you? Any doubt? So I'll not rate this as a difficult. This was doable and manageable. 15th, a very interesting question. Can anyone tell me what is the answer? We have also done this question in the class. It says, what is the maximum number of points that can be placed on a circular disc of radius 1 meter? Okay, of a circular disc 1 meter. Some of the points could be placed on the bounding circle of the disc, such that no 2 points are at a distance of less than 1 meter from each other. Okay, so maximum number of points that can be placed on a circular disc of radius 1 meter. So no 2 points are at a distance of less than 1 meter. I'll tell you, I also give you the reference where we had done this question, exactly same question in the class, in the boost camp, as well as in pigeonhole principle. So first of all, what is its area, or what is its circumference? Can anyone tell me? What is the circumference? Circumference is equal to 2 pi r. So that is 2 into 3.14 into radius is 1. So that is equal to 6.28. Okay. And such that the no point are at a distance of less than 1 meter. So the distance between any 2 point is more than 1. Minimum 1. So at the max, you can place 6 points. You all agree with me? On the circumference, we can place how many points? 6 points, not more than 6. So if I can place 6 points, I can probably draw a regular hexagon. Yes or no? Like this, I can place a regular hexagon, 6 points like this. Okay, and the distance between each of the point is definitely, we can say, that is more than 1. Distance between all these 6 points is definitely more than 1. Okay, the question is maximum number of points. Can I place few more points? Now, what is the diameter of this? Tell me, what is the diameter of this? One or two? Diameter is 2. Okay. So it says such that no 2 points are at a distance of less than 1 meter. It cannot be at a less than 1 meter, but it can be exactly equal to 1 meter. So can I say I can place one more point exactly at the center of the circle? So you can see the distance between none of the 2 points is less than 1 meter. Is that clear to all of you? So now tell me, what is the answer? Option 1 or option 3? It has to be option number 3. Perfect. Okay. So at the max, I can put 7 points. Remember, this distance, it is equal to 1 meter. So I'm just writing it. Okay. So this is 1. This is 1 and 1. And now, and we have done similar type of the question in the boost camp in the class here, where we have drawn, there was a square, and the question was, what is the maximum? There was a unit square of the dimension 1 by 1 and 1 and 1. So what is the maximum number of the points which can be placed on this square such that the distance between no 2 of them is more than root 2, something like that? And the answer was 5. Yaad aa raha hai? Silpa, Aditya, and we have done this. We have taken a exactly same question for this square. And the answer was 5 points. Instead of a square, there was a, you can see it's a case of it. So it was on the similar lines. Okay, let's move ahead. 16. This was, what is the answer for question number 16? 1. No. Now, it's a difficult one. The figure below shows 2 right angled triangles, triangle OAB and triangle OQP with right angles at vertex A and P respectively, having the common vertex O. The length of some of the sides are indicated in the figure. Note that the figure is not drawn to the scale. AB and OP are parallel. Okay. So AB and OP are parallel. Okay. What is the length of OQ? We can say that the length of OQ is equal to root 5. And the length of OB, the length of OB is also equal to how much? If I say the length of OB, that will be comes out to be QOB. Root 3, that is root 10. Yes. And then we need to find out here. Let's say this angle is equal to theta. So we need to find out what is the measurement of tan theta, isn't it? This is what we need to identify. What is the tan of theta? So anyone who can tell me the answer who had done this? No. No one has tried this. Aditya is saying the answer is 30. Yes, that's right. The answer is definitely 30. No, not 30. I think the answer is option B, which is 45. The correct answer is option B, which is equal to 45 here. Okay, now just see how. There can be several approach. Okay. One of the approach, we need to find out the tan theta. If I join Q to B, okay, and if I extend the length AB like this, and PQ like this, I'll get a rectangle, isn't it? This angle is 90 degree. And this is a figure which we'll get, that is nothing but that's a rectangle. So we know this is 5, this is root 10. Okay, use this method. All right. So this is root 5 and then this is equal to root 10 here. Okay. So this length, if I mark this as, let's say R. R is not enough, so this is R. So the length RB, it is equal to also 1. Okay, and the length RQ, it will be comes out to be 2 because this total is 3 and this total is 2. So it's a rectangle. So this length is 1 and 2. So this will be equal to root 5. Is that clear to all of you? Please tell me yes or no. All right. Now you can use cosine rule, sine rule, whatever the rule you can apply, and you can find out the answers, isn't it? Or if you observe that the sides are basically in the ratio root 5 is to root 5 is to root 10. Root 10 is nothing but root 5 into root 2 for the triangle OQR. Okay, in triangle OQB, that is 1 is to root 2. So on the basis of this, I can straight away say that this is nothing but a right triangle. Yes or no? Because only in the right triangle the sides are in the ratio 1 is to root 2, and it's an isosceles right triangle. So it's an isosceles right triangle. So on the basis of this, we can say this angle is nothing but that is 45 degree. Just a minute. 45, and this angle is 90. That's it, and you'll get the answer. So any doubts now? Please tell me. So the answer will be 45 degree. Or you can use sine rule, cosine rule also, but if you observe it, then you can get the answers quickly. It's a right triangle. So the answer is this one. So can I move to the next question? Please tell me. So I'll rate this as a medium to difficult. Definitely for some of us, it might not strike that by extending the sides, we can do it quickly. 17th. Okay. Now this is the question which all of you should have attempted. What is the answer for this? No. Yes, option 3. So we know one thing on a number line. Okay. The points are the critical points here. If I solve fx equal to 0, so on a number line, the points are what? Minus 98, minus 96, minus 94, and so on. Something, and then I'll get till here minus 4. So minus 4, minus 6, minus 8, and so on. And we know that right hand side is always taken as positive. Yes or no? The right hand side is always taken as positive. So this is positive, then negative, then positive, then negative, and so on. So how many of the ranges it is negative? The question is, how many cases are there in which f of x is less than 0? How many integers? So here the integer value which is satisfying this is nothing but that is minus 5. Okay. Then after that, this is minus 9, between minus 8 to minus 10. So minus 9. Yes or no? Then after minus 5 will satisfy, then minus 9 will satisfy. With what is the next value which will satisfy? Please tell me. Or you just need to count how many ranges are there. Yes, minus 13. So you do not need to count like minus 5, minus. Now how I have done, I remember that in the exam. Okay, this is nothing but minus 24 into 2. Okay, minus 24, not. All of them are 49 into 2. Yes. So minus 49 into 2, then minus 48 into 2, and then minus 47 into 2. And we need to count how many of the ranges are negative. And here, then you can see here. So starting, and this is minus 4 into 2, minus 2 into 2, and minus 3 into 2. So we have taken the values, one of the values that is minus 2 into 3, between minus 2, minus 3, and then so on here. So do the counting, or you can make the series. The answer will be nothing but 24, because the total ranges, yes, it will be in AP, arithmetic progression. That's right, Ansita. Because the total number of ranges, this is nothing but minus 49 into 2. This is minus 48 into 2, and then minus 47 into 2. And this value is minus 2 into 2 and minus 3 into 2. It is between these two values. It is lying in this. Okay. So the total number of ranges, if I count how many intervals are there, can you guys tell me what is the total number of intervals? Okay. If I say this is the first, okay, this is the first interval, this is the second interval, this is the third interval, this is the fourth interval, and so on. So the total number of intervals is how much? 49. Yes or no? That's right, 49. So no, 49. Total interval is 49, like Arvind has pointed out. Out of which extreme ends, okay, 24 of them will be in the middle and 25 of them will be the positive. 25 plus 24, 49. So you can count in this way. You can also take one more point like -2. Or the easiest way, like you have pointed out, -5, then -9, then I can say -13, -17. Okay, so until at a gap of 4, 4, 4. So you can count the total number of terms. So the answer will be comes out to be option D. Okay, this will goes on till -97. Is that clear? So -5 to -97. Number of terms, it will be 24 terms are there. You can use the arithmetic progression series also. Okay, common difference we know already. Last term -5, first term क्या होता है? ये होता है ना last term, that is -5. First term minus of -97. Okay, divided by common difference, which is equal to how much? +4 and +1. So you can say 97 minus 5. What is 90? 92. That is 23 plus 1. That is 24 terms. So you can use any of the method, or everything will get the same answer. So any doubts to anyone in this question? Can I move to the next question? This was something which was manageable. चलिए आगे. Arvind, Aditya, Anshita, Silpa, and everyone, Mridula. 18. Now this also, I remember I have done this question. Okay, easy one. What is the answer for this question? Anyone who can tell me? The correct answer is x square by 4 to x square. Yes, that's it. And how you have done this, Aditya? By assuming the values. If the result is true, it must be true for any values. Yes or no? Because it says let ABC be a isosceles triangle. So you can draw an isosceles triangle. So I can draw an isosceles triangle like this. Okay, and then mark the points. Suppose that the side AB and AC are equal. So this is point A, B, and C. These 2 points are equal. And let the length of AB be x centimeter. And let B denote the angle ABC. So this is B. And sine B is equal to 3/5. And sine theta is always equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse, isn't it? So sine theta is always equal to perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So one of the way I have done it, I'm just doing 3/5. So assume this length is 3 and this length is equal to 5. So this will be 4 and this will be 4 and this will be 5. Quickly, right angle triangle 3, 4, 5. So if the area of the triangle ABC, what is the area of the triangle ABC? That is M. Okay, area of the triangle ABC, M, which is equal to half base into height. So half base is equal to 8 and the height is 3. So 8 3s are 24/2, which is equal to 12. Okay, then which of the following is true about M? Okay, and we know the value of x is nothing but that is 5. And you can use the option choices here. Which option is satisfying? There is only one option which will satisfy. Okay, x is like first option, x is 5. So 5 square is 25/4. So 25/4 is 6.25. So area is less than 6.25, not possible because area is 12. Similarly, use all the options. So from the given options, this option number 5 will satisfy. Is that clear to all of you? All the options can be neglected, so the answer is option 5. Question number 19, very easy. What is the answer? Option. We have done this question also in the class. Because x square plus x plus 1, so its roots are nothing but that is omega and omega square, isn't it? We know that x square plus x plus 1, the roots are nothing but omega and omega square. We have done in the both time. And we also know omega raised to power 3, it is always equal to what? What is omega cube? 1? Yes or no? And we also know 1 plus omega square, that is also equal to 0. So by using these facts, we can solve it. So x raised to power 2018. So x raised to power 2018. Whenever power is, or I can say whenever there is a omega, okay, raised to power 3k multiple, it will be always equal to 1. So 2018, if I divide by 3, so I think it is in the form of 3k plus 2. Yes or no? So x raised to power 2018 plus x raised to power 2019. This is nothing but x raised to power 3k plus 2. And this is nothing but x raised to power exact multiple of 3, I can say. So whenever the power is the exact multiple of 3, I'll get 1. So from here, this will be comes out to be nothing but omega square. If I put x equal to omega, okay, so I'll get this as a omega square and omega cube, that is 1. So 1 plus omega square. Okay. So this expression, it is actually equal to nothing but that is x square plus 1. And we also know that x square plus x plus 1, it is equal to 0. It is given. So x square plus 1, it is equal to minus x. So that's why this expression is minus x, which is option number 3. So the correct answer for this question is option 3. Any doubts to anyone? Please tell me. No. Aditya, Arnshita, clear. Coming to question number 20. Now, there were 2 questions based on day. So overall, if I look at the quant, the questions which I'll prefer attempting, question number 19, which was easy, I'll say. 18 is manageable. 17 is manageable. 3. 16 maybe on the difficult side. 15 doable. 14th we could have done. 13 maybe difficult, I'd say. But yes, like question number 12, 11, 10. Straight away, I prefer leaving these questions. Maybe 9th also. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are the questions which are difficult. But there are a lot of easy questions in this entire set. Okay, let's move to the data sufficiency. 28th. What is the answer for question number 20? Anyone who can tell me? Okay, I'll start with the discussion. Now, this is again. Okay, it says we have 2 non-positive integers m and n whose product is less than 100. Okay, so there are 2 non-positive integers m and n whose product is less than 100. So we know that m into n, it is less than 100. Okay, first statement says m into n is divisible by 6 consecutive integers. So if m is into n is divisible by 6 consecutive integers, so it must be a divisible by the LCM of these 6 consecutive integers. Yes or no? So if I take j is equal to 1, so m into n, it must be divisible by LCM of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 6 consecutive integers. What is the LCM of the first 6 natural numbers? Can anyone tell me? The LCM of first 6 natural numbers, that is 60. If I take j equal to 2, so it must be, the number must be a divisible by LCM of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, which will be comes out to be more than 100. So there is only one possibility that m into n, it is divisible by a multiple of 60. Next multiple of 60 is 120. So that is not the case. So it means we can definitely say that the product m into n, it is definitely equal to 60. Is that part clear to all of you? That m into n is definitely 60. But it is a product of 2 numbers, so that can be written as 1 into 60, then 2 into 30, 2 positive integers. Then I can say 3 into 20. Then I can say 4 into 15. Then 5 into 12. And then 6 into 10. So there are a lot of ways. So first statement, there are a lot of possibilities. Second statement says that m plus n is a perfect square. Again, we can't say anything. But if I combine these two, say that m into n is 60 and m plus n is a perfect square. So 1 plus 60, 61. 2 plus 30, 32. 2 plus 20 plus 3, 23. 4 plus 15, 19. And then it is 17 and then it is 16. So there is a unique answer, 16 only. So can I say by combining both the statement we can find the answer? Yes or no? But not individually alone. So the correct answer should be option number B. Both statements taken together are sufficient to answer the question. Okay, but neither statement alone is sufficient. So this is the correct answer. So I hope that it is clear. Any doubts to anyone, please tell me now. So this was doable, manageable. Question number 21. Now this is also we have done in the class here. Let's see here. It says a bag contains marble of 3 colors, that is red, blue and the green. Can anyone tell me what is the answer? Those who have done it. No. This is based on pigeonhole principle. There are 8 blue, so we know there are 8 blue marbles. There are 2 additional statements of the facts available. If we pull out marbles from the bag at random to guarantee that we have at least 3 green marbles. Okay, so for at least 3 green. So when I say at least 3 green, so to 100% for 100% confirmation that I have got at least 3 green, we need to pick 17 marbles. Yes or no? 17 marbles. So if I pick 17 marbles, we can definitely say that 3 green marbles are there. So what about the remaining 14? So the remaining 14 marbles, it must be of which color? That is red plus blue. Yes or no? Because in a worst to worst case scenario, if I pick the marbles, then it might be possible the first 14 marbles are of red and blue. And when I pick 3, I've got 17. So blue is already 8. So red will be equal to how much? That is 6. So from the first statement, we can find out the number of red marbles. But what is the question? Question is, which of the 2 statements above alone or in combination shall be sufficient to answer the question how many green marbles are there in the bag? So number of green marbles in the bag, first statement, no. From the first statement, we can find out number of red marbles. Is that clear? Second statement. If we pull out marbles from the bag at random to guarantee we have got at least 2 red marbles. So when I say at least 2 red marbles. Okay. So when I say at least 2 red marbles, we have got 19 marbles. So if I pick 19, we can definitely say that we have got a minimum of 2 marbles. So in a worst to worst case, maximum of 17 marbles, they are of which color? That is blue plus green. Yes or no? And the 17 plus 2, that is the 19. So if I pick 19 marbles, we can definitely say there are minimum 2 red marbles are there. So blue plus green is nothing but that is 17. And blue marbles are 8. So the green marbles, it is nothing but that is how much? 9. So from the second statement, we can say that there are 9 green marbles. So now can anyone tell me what should be the answer? Option 2, I think. Statement 2 alone is sufficient, but statement 1 alone is not sufficient to answer the question. Okay. So a good question based on data sufficiency on the concept of pigeonhole principle. Any doubt? Can I move to the next question? If it is clear. Okay. Now next set of 3 questions were based on data interpretation. Now this time data interpretation was not very tough. Usually the DI of section of XAT is completely new, but here it was something which was doable. So tell me what is the answer for question number 22, 23 and 24, all of you. It's like how many students are majors in the chemistry. So number of students in the chemistry major is option B 175. That's right. It was easy. 22. 23. What is the answer of question number 23? The answer is option 4, which is 20. We'll see that. And what is the answer of question number 24? Option A. So how many of you have got all 3 or 2 questions? Yes, we'll solve all the questions, do not worry. So it says the breakup of the student in a university. We'll discuss all the questions. The breakup of the students in university by subject major is given in a polar pie chart. Okay, the bar chart shows the number of students who majors in physics by geographic locations here. So can you guys tell me, if I add all of them, what is this total number of students in the physics? That is 18 plus 36 plus 80 plus 40 plus 23 plus 28. That is equal to 225. So physics total 225, and here it is nothing but 18%. So can you say 18% of students? It is equal to 225. So what is the total number of students? We can find out quickly. That is equal to 225 by 18 into 100. That side, that is equal to 1250. Okay. Now coming to the first question. How many students major in chemistry? So you can see chemistry, how many students are majors in chemistry? That is 14%. So I need to find out 14% of 1250. So 14% of 1250, which is equal to 175. So this was a very easy one. Can I move to the next question? Okay. 23. 23 says, if the proportion of physics majors who are from Delhi is same as the proportion of engineers majors who are from Delhi, how many engineers majors are from Delhi? Okay, so proportion of physics majors who are from Delhi. So total 225 students are there in physics, and out of 225 students in physics, if I go back here, total 225 students are there in the physics. Yes or no? And Delhi, how much? That is 18 only. So the proportion is nothing but that is equal to 18 by 225. Is that part clear to all of you? Okay. Now it is same as the proportion of engineering majors who are from Delhi. Okay. So number of engineers from Delhi is, let's say, X. And what is the total number of engineers? So the total number of engineers, we go back and we'll see. Can you guys tell me what is the total number of engineers here? Please tell me. What is the total number of engineers? Now actually it is not given, but as it is the pie chart, so visually it is nothing but this is 10. The visual inspection say that it is equal to 10 and this is equal to 20%. If I assume this, then only this question can be solved. So by visual inspection, okay, we can say this because you can see the others and history, their area is approximately same. So this is 10% and this is 20%. So engineering is 20% actually. Okay, because if you add all the data, it is equal to. That's right. If you add all the data, so by adding all the data, you get the value as 70. So this the sum of these two is 30. So this is 10 and 20. The visual inspection. So you can say that is equal to 20% of 1250. Solve this, you'll get the value of X is equal to 20. Any doubt? Can I move to the next question now? 24. Okay. Okay. It says 12% of all students are from Chennai. So students from Chennai. How many students are there from Chennai? Can anyone tell me? 12%. So students from Chennai. Let me write it down. It is equal to 12% of how much? 1250. So easily we can say that is coming out to be 150. Okay. So the question is, what is the largest possible percentage of economics students that can be from Chennai? Rounded off to the nearest integer. So when it comes to the Chennai, so in Chennai also few of the students will be from the economics. Okay. Few students will be from the physics, from the Chennai. Yes or no? And other areas also. Okay, if I go back here, what are other majors are there? Chennai. Economics, engineering, physics, mathematics, I can say something like this one. Okay. So economics, physics, engineering, and maths, and so on. The total number of students in all this category, it has to be equal to 150. And the question is, what is the largest possible percentage of economic students? So this I need to maximize. Okay. So rest of them has to be minimum. Okay. Rest of them has to be minimum. So now we need to think what can be the minimum possible values here. Now, if you look at here, in a worst to worst case, this data, it is a physics major for which geographic location? Can anyone tell me? Location of major physics. Chennai, how many students are there? 40, yes or no? So 40 students from Chennai are studying physics, isn't it? So 40 students from the Chennai are studying physics. So minimum it has to be equal to 40, because that 40 I need to consider. Rest of them I can take it as a 0. Is that part clear? Minimum 40 students are there here. So maximum economics, it can be equal to 110. So what is the percentage? 110 upon 150 into 100. So approximately that is 73%. This is the answer. So is that clear now? So out of 3 questions, first question was very easy. Some second question, if it strikes in your mind, then it is okay. Otherwise, it is difficult. So can I move to the next question, guys? Please tell me. 25 to 27, a very interesting one. What is the answer for 25? Please tell me. Okay, the answer is option 3. Okay. Question number 26. What is the answer for 26? Option A, 22 hours 40 minutes. We'll see that. And question number 27. The answer is option A, 5 p.m. That was a good decision not to attempt. Okay, Ansita. It's not like this is very difficult, but if you're not aware about these concepts, then it might be difficult here. So just here. Okay, it is not a difficult one. Actually, it is easy if you understand this. So let's see it here. So it says a train starts from Z. Okay, and then it starts from Z. Then it goes to Y. Okay, so from Z to Y, can you guys tell me what is the total time? Forget about the time zone. From Z to Y, what is the total time taken? Please tell me, all of you. Okay, let us assume all of them are in the same time zone. If all of them are in the same time zone, so can you guys tell me from Z to Y? Okay, from Z to Y, what is the total time taken? Let's do that, Professor. So Z to Y. 1 hour 55 minutes. Yes. 6 a.m. departure and arrival is 7:45. So 6 to 7:45. So 1 hour 45, Arvind, not 150. Okay. So you can say that is 1 hour and 45. So let me write it down here. 1 hour and 45. For example. Just wait. 1 hour and 45 minutes. So 1:45. Okay. Down. After that, from Y to VAQ. So tell me, what is the total time taken from Y to V? From 7:50 to 2:45 p.m. 7:50 a.m. to 2:45. What is the total time? 7:50 to 2:50 minus 5 minutes. Tell me. 7:50 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. All of you. 7:50 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. Or 7:50 to 2:50 and then subtract 5 minutes. What is the total time duration? Y to V. I think the total time duration here from Y to V, it is equal to 6:55. Yes, 6 hours and 55 minutes. Is that okay with all of you? Then next point is nothing but that is S and then R. So tell me, from V to S, what is the total time taken? V to S. 4:50. That's perfect. Okay, V250 started at 2:50 and then arrival at 7:40. Okay, so 2:50 to 7:40. That's right. The answer is, I can say, 4:50. And the last stretch from S to R, please tell me. 7:45 p.m. to 10:40. Yes, that's right. 2 hours and 55 minutes. So from S to R, the total time is 2 hours and 55 minutes. Now let's write down the returning time. While returning, how much time has taken? So from S to R, can you guys tell me what is the R to S? So R to S, starting at R at 8 p.m. and arrival at S is 12:55 p.m. So 8 a.m. to 12:55 p.m. Please tell me. 8 a.m. to 12:55 p.m. What is the total gap? That is 4:55. Perfect. Okay. Then from S to V. Okay. Departure 1 o'clock, arrival 11:50. 1 p.m. to 11:50 p.m. 1 p.m. to 11:50 p.m. That's right, Aditya. 10:50. The total time duration from coming back from S to V, I'm taking 10:50. Similarly, from V to Y, can you count here? V to Y. V is 11:55 departure PM and then 10:50 AM. So 11:55 to 10:50. What is the total time? 10:55. No, 10:55, Aditya, not 20. 11:55 PM to 10:50 AM. So that is going to be 10:55. The total hours. And then from Y to Z. Y to Z. Y to Z, tell me. You all can tell me from Y to Z. 10:55 AM, 12:40 PM. 10:55 AM, 12:45. No. 10:55 to 12:40. Aditya. 10:55 AM is the departure and 12:40. So the total duration is 1:45. So now tell me, all of you, is this part clear to all of you? We can find out, if I say if all of them are in the same time zone, this is the time gap here. Now if you look at here, from Z to Y and Y to Z, the time is same. When I'm moving from Z to Y and then coming back from Y to Z, the total time is same. So can you say on the basis of this that in Z and Y the time zone is same? There is no difference at all. Please tell me yes or no. Aditya, I traveled from Z to Y, total time 1:45. While coming back also from Y to Z, total time is 1:45. The time gap is 1:45. That is only possible if there is no time gap at all. Now, so starting from, if I start from the backward here. Okay. If you look at here there is a total gap of 2 hours. In stretch S to R, total gap is of 2 hours. So that is only possible if S is 1 hour ahead of R. Yes or no? If S is 1 hour ahead of R. So for example, if the time at station R is X, so the time zone at the station S is nothing but X plus 1. Then only the total gap that will be of 2 hours. Is that part clear to all of you? Aditya, Silpa, Ansita. 1 hour while going back and 1 hour. Now, remember that here S to R, the total time is taken is 2:55 if they are in the same time zone. While coming back R to S, it is showing 4:55. That is going to be possible because throughout the speed is same. So that is only possible. It means 2 hours. The total gap in this is of 2 hours. So it means S is actually 1 hour ahead of R. Then only there can be a gap of 2 hours. Now, if while going from here to here, there 1 hour of gap will be created and 1 hour of gap it will be created here. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. So now tell me on the similar lines. Between V and S, what is the total gap? Between V and S, the total gap is of 6 hours. So V is 3 hours ahead. So in that V, the time zone is nothing but X plus 4. Okay. Between V and Y, the total gap is of 4 hours. It means y is, and remember, going forward it takes 6:55, coming back 10:55. So it means y is 2 hours ahead of v. So here the time zone is x plus 6, and there is a gap of 0 hours. So here the time is also x plus 6. Okay. So for example, if I say, like, if I go to the first question or any other question number 25, it says, which of the following pair of the cities are in the same time zone, J and Y? That is right, J and Y. Both of them are in the same time zone, J and Y. 26. What is the total time taken in minutes by the train to go from Z to R? So Z to R. If I need to find out from Z to R, can you all see the slides? Please tell me yes or no. Slides not changing. Is it changed now? Just a minute. Can you all see the slides now? Slide number 30, yes or no? Slides not changing. Yes, that I can also. No. Okay. Just wait. Here we need to find out the total time traveling from Z to R. Okay, so you can see it here. Z, departure from Z was 6 a.m. Okay, departure from Z was 6 a.m. Am I audible to all of you? Okay, can you all hear me now? Respond. Okay. Listen. Now can you all hear me properly? Please tell me. There is slight disturbance. Yes? Yes. No. Okay. Now,
can you all hear me now? Ansita, Arvind, Mridula, Silpa. So there was a slight internet issues there. Now, so slide is also changing now. So question number 26. What is the time taken in minutes by the train to go from Z to R? So Z to R, I need to find out the total traveling. So we can do it in this way. Okay. It started at 6 a.m. at Z. Just so at 6 a.m. and arrived at R at 10:40. So arrived at R at 10:40. So here the time is 10:40. So here it will be equal to at Z. If in the time zone of Z, it will be what 10:40 p.m. So I can add 6. So 10:40 plus 6. What is the 10:40 plus 6? That is 16:40 a.m. So 16:40 a.m. means that is equal to 4:40 a.m. So it started at 6 a.m. and then arrived at 4:40 a.m. What is the total time? Can anyone tell me? Started at 6 a.m. and arrived at 4:40 a.m. because these two times are in the same zone now. So 6 a.m. to 4:40 a.m. the total duration is 22 hours and 40 minutes. So that's why the answer is option 1. Is that clear to all of you now? Please respond. Arvind, the question is time traveling Z to RS. Now, so there are two stations, that is Z and RA. Z I started at in the morning, isn't it? Z I started at 6 a.m. in the morning. Okay. And RAZ I arrived at 10:40 p.m. But these two times are in different zone. So 6 a.m. morning I started. So what I'll do when I arrived at 10:40 at RAZ, what is the time in the time zone of Z? So that I need to add 6 x and x plus 6. So 10:40 plus 6, that is equal to 16:40 in the morning. 10:40 p.m. plus 6, 16:40 morning. So 16:40 means 4:40 in the morning. So I started at 6 a.m. in the morning from this, and according to the time zone of this, I arrived at 4:40 a.m. at R in that time zone. So in the you need to count in the same time zone. So 6 to 4:40, the time is 22 hours and 40 minutes. Is that clear now? And the last question: what is the time? Is it when it is 12 noon at sub? SAB is 12. So YAG. So SAB is 12 here. So YAG, SAB is x plus 1. So YAG is 5 hours, x plus 6. So 12. So 12 plus 5. That is 5 o'clock. So the answer for this question is option 1, 5 o'clock. So is that clear to all of you? Please respond now. Okay, great. So any doubts to anyone? Please ask me if anyone has any doubt. No. Okay. All right. All right. So usually, if I'm talking about last year, the cutoff in the quant section was, I'll say for HR for female, it is approximately 7.3. How many of you have scored more than 7.3? All those female who are sitting here. 7.3. Yeah. So for HR the cutoff was 7.3 only. Okay. Okay. And for male, for HR it was 8.2, and for BM it was 8.75. So I think you could have easily find out around 9 to 10 questions, easy questions here. But negative marking also you need to keep that in mind. Data sufficiency we have discussed. It is the videos of that is uploaded under the Ansita data interpretation topic only. So you can find out the video of data sufficiency. Okay. All right, guys. So good day to all of you. See you all tomorrow. Make sure that you are studying for the next 30 days. That is very, very important for that. Okay. So see you all tomorrow. Good day to all of you. If anyone has any doubt, they can ask me now. All right. So I'm going to log out now. Today there won't be any classes. Arvind, today there won't be any classes. Okay.